is because I hope to do just my small part in erasing some of these misconceptions. How could 7 people live in a mobile home? Very easily, actually. As long as their home is well taken care of and the family that lives there is filling it with love and with happiness, then it's a beautiful place to live. I would eat chocolate cookies right before I sit down and talk to you. Hey y'all, and welcome to today's video. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. I'm happy to have you here. My name is Tiffany. This is our small town life. My husband Justin and I and our 5 children live in this double wide mobile home on a 1-acre homestead, and we share a day-to-day life with you, and we would love to have you as part of our YouTube family. Recently I did an updated mobile home tour and walked you through the home and showed you how it's laid out, talked to you about some of the things that I love and perhaps things that I don't like about the home. And I think several of y'all are new here from that video, so welcome. And if you've been here for a while, I love you and I appreciate you coming back to watch another one. And if you're new, I hope that you enjoy the content that you see here. I hope you enjoy having a little bit of a window into our life and what it looks like living in a mobile home, what it looks like living in the southern United States, what it looks like living on a small homestead, and that you enjoy it and you want to stick around and be part of our family. With that mobile home tour and the little bit of popularity that it had came some questions and comments that I thought we would sit down and address. And just over the last year that we've been in this mobile home and sharing our life with you, there's been some things, some questions I've gotten, and I thought we'd talk about those today. The first thing, and we're going to get to some comments that were not so great, but first I want to say thank you to all of the people who commented or have told us how beautiful our home is and what a good job we've done here on our homestead. And you've been an encouragement to us and just been so kind. So thank you for that. And to those that perhaps have left comments that are not so kind, my hope is, and part of the reason why I share a life with you and show you what it looks like living in a mobile home, show you what it looks like living in the southern United States, is because I hope to do just my small part in erasing some of these misconceptions and opening up your eyes to perhaps a different way of living that you might not know much about. So one of the things that I get asked a lot is, am I happy with our decision purchasing this home? And I am. There have been some frustrations that we've had to deal with that we're still dealing with, and I'll talk to you a little bit about those here in just a minute. But overall, I'm very happy with the decision. I also get asked, would I recommend someone else purchasing a mobile home? And I would definitely recommend that you at least consider it as an option. What was right for us may not be right for you, and vice versa. What works for one family may not be the best thing for another, and vice versa. So you have to figure out what's going to be best for you, but I would definitely suggest that you at least consider it as an option. I recently got asked, how could 7 people live in a mobile home? Very easily, actually. This is the largest home that my family has ever lived in. It's a little over 2,000 square feet. This is a Hamilton Burlington double wide mobile home. Has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a separate den and living room, a very large kitchen, a walk-in closet, and a walk-in pantry. It's the largest home our family has ever lived in. If you have a smaller family, there's probably a mobile home for you. If you have a larger family, there's probably a mobile home for you. You just, have to explore the options, but there's actually a lot of options. And y'all, we're probably gonna be swatting at flies. I came out here to sit on the porch. It is summertime in Alabama, and part of that is flies, so we may have to swat together just a little bit. I've also had people say, I could never live in a mobile home because I don't want to be called trailer trash. And that's one of those misconceptions that I hope I can clear the air of a little bit. Is it something people are probably always going to say? Probably. But I want to show people that mobile homes can actually be very beautiful. The way that we live can be a very beautiful way of living. And, even if someone's not living in an updated mobile home or a new mobile home, as long as their home is well taken care of and the family that lives there is filling it with love and with happiness, then it's a beautiful place to live. Trying to base someone's worth off of where they live probably isn't going to get you very far. There are people living in very humble homes that are doing very well with their finances and with their lifestyle, with their happiness. And then there are people living in very, very large, elaborate homes that are struggling to get by and struggling to be able to pay for all the things that they have. So using someone's home as a measuring stick for their worth probably isn't the best tool. Overall, we have been very pleased with our home. If you've been around here a while, then you know some of the things that we have struggled with, some of the frustrations and some of the ongoing problems that we have had, and I'm open about that, and that it's not just all rainbows and unicorns and butterflies and roses. Like, there are hard things to work through, and I think that it's like that with any home buying experience. When our home was delivered and we first walked through it, there were things that I noticed that were not up to par. There were things that I noticed that needed to be fixed, and I made my list and they started fixing those things for us. Here we are a year later, and there are still some of the bigger items on the list that got pushed off, I think because they didn't want to deal with them, that we are still working through. And so that's something to be aware of. But overall, we're very happy with it, but it does have some frustrations that have come with it. Also, there are people around the world and even across our country who don't really see mobile homes. Where I live, it's a pretty I don't know if popular, maybe that's the right word, thing. Most people have seen a mobile home here, have walked in a mobile home, have lived in a mobile home, but it's not like that everywhere. And I had someone ask, what do you mean by double wide? So our home is a double wide. Justin and I have lived in a single wide mobile home before. When we were in college, we lived in a single wide mobile home, and it would come to your property in one piece. It's usually a smaller home. It's not as wide. A double wide, like this one, came to our property in two pieces. So it was built in two parts, two pieces at the manufacturer. It came on two trucks here to our property, and then they joined them together. You can even get a triple wide that would come in more pieces, and then they would assemble it. And usually single wide, double wide, triple wide, the home gets larger. If you have any questions about mobile home living or about our specific experience, I would love the opportunity to answer those questions for you, whether it's just answering you in the comments or sending me a message over on Instagram, or maybe I'll do another sit down video answering questions that you all have, if there are several questions. Whatever it may be, I would love to answer those questions for you. So feel free to leave them down in the comments for me, or send me a message over on Instagram. And if you want a walkthrough of our home, the link to that most recent home tour will be down in the description box. I really enjoyed the opportunity to sit down with you today and talk to you. Like I said, I wanted to address some of those questions and comments that I had gotten recently, and tell our new subscribers that I'm so happy to have you here. I love you. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.